Hey everyone, Muckluck Douglas something something here, and this is a guide to Octovine. In Auric Basin, every 2 hours, the city of Tarir is engulfed in the tentacles of this HP Lovecraftian reject. You can easily check when it will next happen with the Event Timer's webpage using the /wiki-et command. Join one of the groups of people at the north, south, east, or west entrances. When the clock strikes the hour, the door will be attackable. Break through it and get inside. A few people should bring in some exalted armors if you are at the south lane. On the other lanes, it is less required, but helpful. If you went north lane, pick up a pesticide turret and place it inside the vines of the Octovine and start blasting. After you remove the 15 stacks of the Octovine's shield, you can start doing damage to the vine itself. If you are in the east lane, grab bombs, glide on the updrafts while avoiding the poison clouds, and drop the bombs onto the Octovine. After removing the 15 stacks of the Octovine shield, you can start doing damage to the vine directly. If you are in the west lane, transform into the little mushroom, get to the Octovine, and use the 1 key to spore all over it. After you remove the 15 blah 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 blah, you should know this part by now. If you are in the south lane, there is an exalted bomb that floats toward the Octovine. You need to push it or pull it with knockbacks and pulls to get the bomb to the Octovine faster. It will get rooted periodically and you have to break the roots. If you take too long, the bomb goes off prematurely. If your bomb consistently goes off prematurely, don't be ashamed. Many men over the age of bomb reaches Octo and removes 5 stacks. 3 bombs required to make the Octovine vulnerable. When one Octovine dies, you have 2 minutes to kill the other 3 before the dead ones all respawn. I recommend killing the frogs and the breachers as soon as possible when you arrive, and don't kill the west, north, east sides until you make sure south is ready, because that side takes the longest. If your side dies first, quickly run to another side that needs help. Don't get lazy. Don't attack trigger blossoms, just push them out of the way or avoid them. If they die, they do massive damage and a huge amount of conditions to the area. The exalted armors can push the blossoms away from trafficked areas, making it easier. If you successfully kill all 4 Octovines within the 2-minute timer, you win the event and enter the city. When all players from the 4 sides meet in the middle, you will encounter the next boss. Lag! I recommend setting character model limit to lowest to survive this boss. There are 2 mini-events just inside that people usually do. The Tarnished Trader on the right and the Tarnished Sage on the left. Usually soulless mesmers like to place portals on the trader so that when you loot the chest under his feet, you go to the Shadow Realm. So watch out. After those, begin looting the treasure chests. If you're short on exalted keys, because it's your first time here, make sure you get the big chests at least. A note on keys. If you take the Aurelium and the keys you get from the events I just mentioned, plus the Aurelium from a home instance node each day, you can do Octovine an infinite number of times and loot all the boxes without having to do any other grinding in this zone for keys. Take the Aurelium you loot and that you mine from the home instance to the merchant in the city of Tarir to buy keys whenever you run out. If you ever loot a charged quartz or a calcum amulet of the exalted from one of the big chests, there is an item that can be extracted from it worth 2,000 gold. Even if you don't get that item, the loot from the dozens of treasure chests here make this a very profitable meta. Now you know how to whack weeds. You're welcome. Click these links. Especially that one. I have a second channel.